My name is James Jones of Spam Media here with Robin Harris. Let's talk a little bit about Robin Harris. What can you tell us about yourself?
Okay, I am Robin Harris. I am the female state co-chair here in Florida, the proud state of Florida. And I am an activist and I consider myself a servant for the people.
Can you tell us a little bit about the campaign that you just finished up?
Yeah, I feel like I'm still running it, but so I ran for County Commissioner District 6 in Orlando, Florida, Orange County, and my opponent was Victoria Siplin. It was my first race, and I didn't win per se, but I guess as the more I begin to listen and understand, I do kind of feel proud about it. We were able to obtain 25% of the vote, second place, and so with only I think about $8,000 compared to her, I think it was like 100,000 plus somewhere in there. So because I was very, very firm about accepting or not accepting endorsements from Disney, Duke, and all those places and institutions that oppress our more marginalized community. So I was very, very certain about that.
Can you tell us something about your personal calculus in running for office? I mean, a lot of folks have a lot of different motivations, and it takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot to decide to run for office. Can you give us any kind of idea of where you came from and what brought you to motivate you to run for office?
Yeah, I knew that I always wanted to, and I think for me, after the Pulse incident, I really wanted to do more than just protest, which those things are important, but I really wanted to be able to hopefully be in a place where I could actually make some legislative change. And so I think that was the ultimate push for me.
That's really awesome. Can you tell us maybe a little bit about your history with the Green Party and maybe what drew you to the Green Party and maybe a little bit where you came from before that? Maybe it's part of your personal journey.
So it was a long time that I wasn't anything. I wasn't Republican or Democrat or any of those things. I think early on I could kind of see the lack of authenticity in both parties, even though I, of course, growing up in a black family, there's that myth that all black people are Democrats, which is not true. But, of course, most of my family is. And so I was done after or during, I think, during the first Obama administration, I worked for a company and where I could kind of see things firsthand. And I thought, I'm done. This is all bad. This is not good. And so I didn't know where to go. And so I met a couple of people, a couple of activists, and remember having a conversation. One was Bruce Wright, one was a guy named Miguel Adams. And at different times, I would say, I wish I could find a party that represented this, social justice, represented, different things. They were like, well, yeah, I'm part of the Green Party. And I'm like, the Green Party? And so when I heard it the second time, I'm thinking, well, I should check this out. So that was about 6 years ago. And I came in after the first Jill Stein run, but by the time Jill Stein ran in 2016, I was pretty much active at that point. So some of those things that I was looking for at that time, I found.
Now, you're one of the co-chairs of the Green Party of Florida, and that's a pretty big responsibility. And is there anything that you can maybe tell us about, what's going on in the near and immediate future with the Florida Green Party?
Yeah, I think we are, and not to go ahead of the weekend, but one of the things that we're working on now is adding some more depth to the Green New Deal as it should relate to Florida. We kind of want to tackle this idea that some legislation it's one size fits all, because there are some key things that happen here in Florida that have happened historically or that are happening as far as climate, and the current Green New Deal may not address that as far as Floridians or our state. So we have been doing a tour where we're going to our different locals and talking about the Green New Deal. What is it that needs to be to the table, be brought to the table that may have been missed? And so our first one was in West Palm Beach. Awesome voices at the table. And so we want to lift those voices up and kind of, just keep duplicating that around the state of Florida.
Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. And just hearing that just really motivates me.
Yeah.
And I think that that's really, really important that folks know these things. Is there anything before we go that you'd like to tell our viewers, or something that maybe I failed to ask you that you'd like to cover?
This 2020 is key. I have a lot of concerns as a African American woman, and reparations is a key thing. This and it always has been. Now everyone's talking about reparations. That's good, but I've been Black a long time, so I'm looking for authenticity. I'm looking for the voice that can really capture my ear, so that I can lift that candidate up to those communities that are also understanding what reparations means for us.
Well, that's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Robin, for your time.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed this interview with you, and
Thank you.
I thank you for taking the time to spend that with me and let our viewers know some a lot of things about yourself and some future things for the Green Party of Florida. Thank you so much.
Thank you.